Welcome back, everybody, to our Midwestern Dynasty, where everything is on the line here in this national championship game between the #1 ranked team in the nation, the 14-1 Georgia Bulldogs, who have arguably the best offense in the country and are led by their Heisman winning quarterback, Deion Sanders. It's not like they got a bad defense either. They're giving up just 18.4 points per game. The other team would be the #2 ranked team, the 15-0 undefeated Midwestern Horned Owls, who have the best defense in all of college football and are led by the Defensive Player of the Year defensive tackle LaMichael Edmonds, who finished third in the Heisman race. Their offense is top 10 in points per game this season, so we have two well-rounded teams going at it with a national championship on the line. Who's going to come out on top? Going to be a run left side for the Georgia offense to get things started. It is Isaac Hayden who comes into this one averaging 5.6 yards per carry. On third down, rolling back is the Heisman winning quarterback, Shaughnessy. He stays on his feet and is down in his own end zone. It's going to be a safety, so the first points of this national championship are scored on a safety by the Midwestern Horned Owls defense. Shaughnessy just tried to do too much here, rolled outside the pocket, and then stumbled into his own end zone and gets sacked. So the Horned Owls, they have a 2-0 lead and have possession now. Here goes Von Clifton with a first down and more across midfield. That'll be a 22-yard gain by the redshirt sophomore running back out of Oklahoma. And underneath, it is caught by Marco Mines, and he'll pick up 8 yards on the reception. Third and short. George McLeod in motion. Here is Von Clifton cutting back to his right, and he will get the first down with a gain of 5. One here to an under center look. It's Clifton right side. He is powering his way for another first down. 3 carries, 3 first downs picked up by Von Clifton. He's been impressive in the early going. We'll see what he's able to do the rest of the way. Jesse M looking to run on 1st and 10. He's got a first down and gets down, sliding down at the 14. Inside the red zone, it's a give to Earl Helm. He's got a lane and is nearly able to get a first down. It's going to be a holding call, though, on Christian Garrett, the senior right guard. Back at the 19 on 1st and long. And faking a give to Helm. He'll fire over the middle. It is caught by Jamie Quinton, and they're going to rule him down. They said his knee touched down when he made that catch. 3rd and 4. Am to his right quickly, hits Dylan Washington, and he's into the end zone. Jesse Am with his 40th total touchdown this season, and that is going to make it a 2-score game in the first quarter, making it 9-0. For Dylan Washington, he's up to 11 touchdown catches this season. A swing pass left side to the #2 running back for Georgia, Jeremiah Ream, and he'll get a first down, breaking a tackle on his way to the 23. There's a man in motion for the Georgia offense. It'll be a throw his way, and that is Owen Robert breaking a tackle. He's up near the 45 down there. And Georgia, they're moving the ball much better on this drive than that first one where they only went backwards pretty much. Back to Isaac Hayden. He's got a first down, spinning ahead. And he'll take it to the 43 of the Horned Owls with a gain of 13. 3rd and long for the Bulldogs. Shaughnessy over the middle, and it's going to be caught by Brian Tanner, just his 3rd catch of the year. It's a big one, getting a first down on 3rd and 8. Hayden shrugs off Deion Gage, makes a man eat dirt in Deontay Bland, and Hayden will make a goal to go as he's down at the 8. They'll spread things out on 1st and goal, run it up the middle with Isaac Hayden, and he takes a shot from George Noddy and is down at the 3. At the 1 on 3rd down, the first quarter winding down. They go back to Hayden, and he's going to punch it in. It's his 13th touchdown this year. What an impressive drive put together by the Georgia Bulldogs. They go 88 yards in 11 plays, and it'll make it 9-7. The Horned Owls facing a quick 3rd down. Am is going to go over the middle for Barry, and it's ripped away at the last second. It'll be incomplete, bringing up 4th down. So the Horned Owls will send out their senior punter, Seth Hearns, to boot the ball away. He will not get off one of his better punts, that's for sure. It didn't even make it to their turn man. And Georgia, they have possession already across midfield. Shaughnessy facing a blitz goes to his left quickly, hitting Isaac Hayden, who's brought down in space. A big-time one-on-one tackle made by Thomas Mintz. Had he not made that tackle, Hayden probably would have scored. Shaughnessy to his right on 3rd and 11, and he hooks up with Darren Hairulahu, and that is going to be a first down. Our 3rd and long for Georgia on this drive. Shaughnessy wants Darren Hairulahu again, and he's got him again. A tougher catch this time around, but he makes it, and has another first down picked up on a 3rd and long. Shaughnessy underneath. It's Vernon Sermon, and the redshirt freshman wide receiver is going to make a goal to go at the 6-yard line. They'll go to shotgun on 1st and goal. Hayden right side shrugs off the senior safety, George Scales, and he's into the end zone. Isaac Hayden again, his 2nd touchdown of this national championship, and he's going to make it 14-9, putting the Bulldogs on top. So Georgia, they have stormed back, and they have taken the lead here in the first half after being down 9-0. And remember, they got off to a really disastrous start, having a safety forced on them on the opening drive of the game. Lon Clifton on 3rd and 2 as a hole opened up for him, and is all the way up to the 47. Across midfield on 3rd and short, the Horned Owls go back to Clifton. He's rocked at the end of the run, but he does have another fresh set of downs. Almost 3 minutes to go in the half. The first half is going by quickly. Gentry on the screen is going to maneuver his way to the 29-yard line to get a first down. Earl Helm in the game at running back. It's a give to him on 3rd and 10, and he will pick up 5 yards, but not enough for a first down, so the Horned Owls could send out Jason Ops for a 41-yard try. Instead, they're going to go for it, and they have a free play. Ham over the middle, hits Dylan Washington. He's inside the 10 and inside the 5. The senior wide receiver is going to make it goal to go on the free play. Here we are at the 3 on 1st and goal. Ham is going to turn around, give it to Von Clifton, and he's going to find a way to score. Von Clifton storming his way in for 6. It is his 15th touchdown of the season, and Midwestern is back on top 16-14. Georgia hoping to strike back are going to begin this drive with a screen to Jeremiah Ream. He is going to hurdle a down defender in Thomas Mintz and head out of bounds at the 21. Just a minute 30 to go in the half. Shaughnessy is going to throw over the middle, and he's intercepted. It is Thomas Mintz again here in the postseason. Make it 3 games in a row in the playoffs and an INT for that man. And the Horned Owls have great starting field position, but are in danger of going 3 and out. Ham on 3rd and 10 is going to hit the always reliable Dylan Washington, and that will keep the drive alive. Time ticking off the clock, under a minute to go. Ham is going to buy some time, extending the play. He'll throw on the move and hit Devin Gentry inside the 10. He's down at the 9, and that'll make it goal to go. Now at the 6 with 30 seconds to go about. Ham facing a blitz, goes over the middle and hits Jason Burton. The true freshman wide receiver from Naperville, Illinois, has his first touchdown in college football, and it's a great one. He was smothered and still ended up making the great catch. The Horned Owls have possession to begin the second half, and they are already up by 2 scores. Ham on the move, throwing across his body, and it's a beautiful throw down the field to Devin Gentry to kick off the 3rd quarter. Wow. So the Horned Owls already up at midfield. Von Clifton with a lane open up for him. He's got a first down and is up to 81 yards on 10 runs. So he is averaging over 8 yards per carry and has been pretty dominant. A toss to him right side. He'll get some more great blocking. He'll throw off a defender and go out of bounds at the 13. Just like that, he is over 100 yards on the ground in this one. Why not? They keep on feeding him the rock, and he'll pick up 5 yards on this run as he's up to the 7. The Horned Owls will stick with the under center look on 3rd down. Ham faking a give to Clifton, and down he goes. It's a sack for Terrell Westbrook, the Illinois native, and it'll be 4th and long. So out comes Jason Ops to attempt a 34-yard field goal, and his kick is right down the middle, and the Horned Owls do extend their lead up to 12. Georgia down early in the 3rd, but we know they are more than capable of scoring points in bunches to make a comeback. We saw it happen in the first half when they were down 9-0. They scored 14 unanswered to take the lead. They're now down 26-14. Shaughnessy with all day back there. He wants Vernon Sermon, and he can't come up with it. It's incomplete, and a holding call on the Bulldogs is actually going to be accepted. Third and long for the Bulldogs at their own 12. Shaughnessy has nobody open down the field. He's got to throw it down the field anyway. And he's lucky he kind of got hit because that might have been intercepted. He actually got off a full-on throw. The Horned Owls taking over at midfield. Von Clifton on the sweep is chased down from behind. James Guillermo is going to make that a loss of 5. What the Horned Owls do after that big loss, they will run it again. This time it's a quarterback keeper, and it's a nice run by Jesse Ham to pick up the yards. They lost it a little bit more. On third down, blitz on the way. Ham is going to go up top. He's got Dylan Washington behind the defense, and it's an overthrow. Could have been a walk-in touchdown instead. Seth Hearns is going to come on to punt the ball away. He had that really bad punt earlier. This one is going to bounce. It's at the 5, and it goes out of bounds at the 1. A much better job by Seth Hearns. We already saw one safety in this game by the Horned Owls defense. Can they get another one? Not on this play. It's going to be a gain of 6 as the Bulldogs get some breathing room. On second down, a play action fake, and it's a sack in the end zone. It is another safety, Ethan Dugan, just coming on through to level Dante Shaughnessy, the Heisman winning quarterback. And it's the second safety of the game forced by this Midwestern defense as they make this a 14-point lead. And we finally have a normal looking score again. It's 28-14. Shaughnessy hit from behind and sacked again. It's Kevin Campanaro getting him down to the ground. It'll be a loss of 5. After an offsides call, it's 2nd and 10. Shaughnessy across his body hits Terrence Poe, and Keontae's speed, despite being undersized, is going to bring down Terrence Poe. 3rd and short for the Bulldogs. Shaughnessy to his left, tight coverage from George Scales, but it doesn't matter. It's going to be a nice catch made by Owen Robert and a first down. On 3rd and 7. Shaughnessy over the middle has a man open, and I guess they were just not on the same page. The timing was off. Something went wrong, and the Bulldogs will have to punt it away. 3rd and 8 to begin the 4th quarter for the Horned Owls. Ham going deep. He's got a man behind the defense again, and this time he hits him. It's Devin Gentry. He will not score, but it will be a gain of 64, and the Horned Owls will make it goal to go. At the 6 on 3rd down. They're going to try an option play, and it's a disaster. It's going to be caught by a defender. It's Sammy McNulty, and it's going the other way. Nobody's going to get him. 92 yards. He's going to score. Georgia don't count the Bulldogs out yet. They make it a one-score game in the 4th quarter. It is 28-21. That is a disaster of a play for the Horned Owls, and they now have to find a way to regroup and get momentum back on their side, and Jason Burton is going to do just that on 3rd and 10. The true freshman showing a lot of fight, getting the first down on the free play. With 8 minutes to go in the 4th, Earl Helm up the middle, stiff arms a defensive tackle, and the true freshman running back is down with a gain of 8. They'll stay in the game at running back on 3rd down. They go back to him. He is met at the marker and down a yard short. It'll be 4th and 1 for Midwestern on the plus side of the 50, and they're going to leave their offense out there. And will turn around, give it to Von Clifton, and he's got the first down. So the gamble will pay off for Midwestern as the drive will continue. Back to Von Clifton. He's got more space on this run, and it's inside the 30, down at the 28, up to 128 yards on the ground. Out of a 5-wide look. Ham all day back there. He's going to split a couple of defenders, hitting Dylan Washington. He breaks a tackle and is down near the 5. It's going to be a penalty on Georgia, a roughing the passer call on them, so the play will stand. It's goal to go at the 2. Ham throwing a quick screen left side, and Jason Burton is in again. The true freshman strikes again. His 2nd touchdown of the national championship and of his career, as the Horned Owls up 35-21 late in the 4th. So Georgia down by 2 scores. They have to find a way to get some points on this drive, preferably a touchdown. Otherwise, things are going to get pretty desperate for them. They do get a first down on that play, and they're up at the 35. Shaughnessy off to fake. He's got a man open down the field. It is Terrence Poe making the catch, and he's down across midfield. 3rd and 11 for Georgia. Midwestern only sends 4, and that is not enough to get to Shaughnessy in time. He's going to find a man open over the middle. And Georgia, they are moving the ball down the field. They're on the attack. Shaughnessy spinning, throwing to his left. And Raheem is going to pick up 7 yards on a play that looked like it was going to go the wrong way for Georgia. Under 3 minutes to go. Shaughnessy over the middle. He sails it and is intercepted again. It's Georgianati. And he's going to return this one up past the 25 and is knocked out of bounds at the 27. The Horned Owls are going to have a great chance here to kill some clock and maybe end the game. Von Quipton up the middle is going to pick up just 3 yards. And unfortunately, the Horned Owls will have to run one more play before that 2-minute timeout. So it's 3rd and 8. And they run it again. This time, Earl Helm getting the ball, and he's going to get a first down. Georgia, they have to start using timeouts if they want to have any chance of getting this ball back. Ham on the keeper. He'll cut up field, and he'll pick up 5 yards as Georgia uses their last timeout. Big 3rd down. Will the Horned Owls throw it? No, they're going to run it again, keeping the ball on the ground, and Helmy is not going to be able to get a first down. And Midwestern, they're going to punt the ball away on 4th and 3. They do let the clock wind down as far as they can. And Hearns gets off a great punt again. It's going to be fair caught at the 11. Georgia has to be in desperation mode at this point. Down by 2 touchdowns with under a minute to go in the 4th. So if they have any sort of trick plays, they're likely going to be breaking them out now. And that means Midwestern has to be ready for anything and everything. Shaughnessy on 4th down. He's going to get the ball by LaMichael Edmonds, the Defensive Player of the Year. And Georgia, they keep their season alive, at least for now. But they have to pick up the pace. Shaughnessy, he's going to go up top, going for it all. He puts it up towards the end zone, and it's pulled down. Owen Robert kicks the pylon. It's a touchdown. And Shaughnessy shows why he's the Heisman, making this a 1-score game late in the 4th quarter. And now the entire season comes down to an onside kick. Can the Bulldogs get the ball right back? No, they can't. It is recovered by George Scales, and the Midwestern Horned Owls have done it. It is a perfect 16-0 season. They are national champions once again. They are back-to-back national champs, defeating the Georgia Bulldogs 35-28. Midwestern's defense this season put together one of the most dominant years in the modern era, allowing just over 13 points per game. And it's not like the offense was bad. They put up 32.6 points per game. That is top 10 in the country, so a well-rounded team that earned this national championship. The defense, I thought they competed extremely hard in this game, going up against arguably the best offense in the nation and a Heisman-winning quarterback. But our defense, it stood tall and I would say won the battle. They gave up 21 points and just over 300 total yards. We forced 2 safeties and had 2 picks in this game. The offense, it scored 31 points and racked up 426 total yards. We had that 1 turnover, which, yes, it was a disaster, and it got returned for a touchdown. But the offense, it bounced right back, went down the field, scored an important touchdown, which proved to be the difference maker. And they did enough for us to get the win, which is all that matters in the end. Let's go over our entire graduating senior class, starting with Deontay Bland. He was a role player for us early in his career, and a good one at that. He became a star his senior season, winning the Best Defensive Back award. Not an elite athlete by any means, but still had a great senior season and a great career, racking up 13 total picks in his career thanks to his 89 catching, 99 zone, and his platinum house call. Addison Bynum, remember, almost went to Notre Dame. They pulled their scholarship right before National Signing Day, and Bynum, he had nowhere to go besides us, so we gladly accepted him, and he ended up being a 4-year starter for us and a great player. He is a surefire first-round pick in his next NFL draft. He is the highest overall player we have ever had in Midwestern history. The second highest overall player in Midwestern history would be Kevin Campanaro, who was a rotational player until his senior season, and he ended up saving his best for last. And it wasn't even close. All of his other years were all right, but once he got a lot of playing time and was truly ready, he took off and won the Best Defensive End award and is another, I think, slam dunk first-round pick in this next NFL draft. Ethan Dugan is a player that unfortunately has just been overshadowed by Thomas Smith his entire time here. Dugan, he's a 3-year starter, and when we look back on his career, he ends up finishing 3rd all-time in total tackles with 366 of them, behind Josh Wood, who had 378 when he graduated, and of course Thomas Smith, who's at 491. Ethan Dugan did a lot of the dirty work that helped out all the other players on our defense, and that is what I'm going to remember him as, the dirty work guy who helped out everybody else. Jimmy French, never a starter for us, but found ways to make an impact off the bench. And he has one of the more memorable plays, in my opinion, from the early years of this dynasty. He returned a fumble for a touchdown in our first ever bowl game. It was the Bahamas Bowl against Appalachian State, and I thought he was going to have an amazing career after that. Didn't quite turn out the way that I thought it would, but he still made an impact for us. Christian Garrett, another 3-year starter. He's not a really flashy player, but he is a guy that gets the job done. I was always kind of looking for a replacement for him, but every time you thought somebody might be able to jump him in overall, he would have a big offseason and keep his starting job, and he was good out there on the field for us, and I think he's another guy that should end up getting drafted in this next NFL draft. Devin Gentry took until his senior year to live up to his elite dev trait. He was a perfect fit for our offense, in my opinion, in his senior season. I just wish that it would have happened sooner in his career, but it worked out for us in the end. He's a great run blocker, a tough guy out there, and a deep threat, and he showed that all in the national championship game. Seth Hearns in his senior season had 39% of his punts down inside the 20. In his career, he had 30.6% of his punts down inside the 20 and had just a 6% touchback percentage. He was a great punter for us his entire time here. I know he had one bad punt in the national championship game, but he bounced back and had 2 great punts right after that. George McLeod, you look at the career numbers, they're not great. 8 receptions, 46 yards, and no touchdowns. Should have had 1 touchdown in his career, but it got robbed from him on his senior night. Got stolen by Jamie Quinton. George McLeod, he was not brought here to catch the ball. He was brought here to be a run blocker, and he was a solid run blocker for us in his time with us. Thomas Mitz, I would say he is the best player in Midwestern history. Probably the best linebacker out of all the linebackers we have had on our channel from all the series that we have gone through on our channel. I can't think of a linebacker that was better than Thomas Mitz in his time with us. Every time we needed a big play, he seemed to come through and make a big time play. And our defense, it is really going to miss having him out there. George Scales, a 1-star prospect coming out of high school who didn't just stick around, he carved out a role on defense, racking up almost 200 career tackles and had 4 interceptions. And also on special teams, he was out there recovering multiple onside kicks, including the onside kick in the national championship game that helped us seal the win. Roberto Suarez. If we ran a different style of offense, he would have had a much better career statistically. Unfortunately for him, he's a good wide receiver 3/4 on a run-first team that didn't really trail very much of the time that he was with us. So he didn't end up putting up in crazy career statistically, but he's a good player. Afa Vaitai, not good enough to start for us, but would have likely been a starter for a lot of teams. And when he was on the field, the best thing I could say about him is that you didn't really notice him out there, which is a good thing. He only gave up 1 career sack and could have gotten a lot better, never ended up hitting his ceiling. Dylan Washington, the best transfer portal player in Midwestern history, though he doesn't really have that much competition. 96 strength for a wide receiver, and that really was on display his entire time here. He was out there being a great run blocker and doing whatever we asked of him in the run game, but as a receiver, he was great also. He ended up with 46 career touchdowns, 22 of them for us, and all the other ones were with Liberty, and he's another player that will really be missed. All of those seniors will be going out as back-to-back national champions. Now you may be wondering, what are we going to be doing going forward? We just went perfect on the year and won another national championship. Well, I want to get through at least one more year in this dynasty, so that means we got to get through one more offseason at least in this dynasty, and that'll be the next episode. Thanks for watching this one, and I will see you in the next one.